Hello, world. It is your friend Jason Dean back with you once again. Today is January the 15th. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. Hump Day. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes, but hey, if you can't make yourself laugh and if you're so serious that you can't get a little chuckle occasionally, I'm going to be praying for you. So, anyway, what I want to talk to you about today, and we're going to use this as our midweek motivation, I want to talk to you about the very motivational subject of failure. What? You're not motivated by failure? Well, you should be, and I'm going to challenge you with a few reasons why. Now, just before we get into it, I'm going to use failure and falling or failing and falling interchangeably. Please understand we're meaning the same thing here, all right? But you know, we live in a day and age where the people standing still are the people who are quick to point out when somebody else falls. You know, they feel as if they're the hero in that, hey, look at me, I'm safe, I didn't fall. That person who fell, they made an idiot of themselves. And you know, I am diametrically opposed to that because I feel like the guy standing still is the guy making an idiot of himself. And I'm sorry, maybe that's not the Christian terminology to use, and Lord, you can touch my heart if so. But you know, guys, let me tell you why falling or failing is a good thing. You'll never fall if you're not moving. See, it's impossible to fall when you're just sitting on a couch. It's very hard to fall if you're just standing still. Now, I've seen some who are able to do it, but that's very hard, and those may be those who deserve the ridicule. I'm not sure. But traditionally, when somebody falls, it's because they're moving, right? And in order to move in life, you have to take chances. You have to be willing to understand that along the journey, you may have some potholes or some things that trip you up and make you fall. Or in your career and in your life, you may have some times where for you to go from who you were to who you want to be, you're going to have to try some things that are a little bit radical and you may fail. And when that happens, I want you to be so pleased with yourself because that means that you are actively trying to go from here to there. You know, falling forward is one of the best concepts that you can have in your life. You know, I was watching a football game the other day. I was watching the Tennessee Titans and they were playing the Baltimore Ravens. And guys, I'm an Alabama fan, Roll Tide. And right now, probably the biggest battering ram of a running back in the NFL is Derrick Henry, lovingly referred to as King Henry. And this is what I heard a commentator said. Listen to what he said. He said, Henry is nearly unstoppable. Every time you hit him, he still falls forward. Man, that hits me as life. You know, that's who we have to be. We have to be that person who's so resolute in moving forward that even when we get hit, even when we get knocked down, we're always falling in a forward direction. You know, when you fall, you really have one of two ways you can go. You can go flat on your back, or you can go flat on your face, right? And usually when somebody is flat on their back, it's the sign of submission. I don't want any more. I can't take any more. I'm just done. But let me tell you something. Every person who gets knocked down, who's going to get up, at some point, they're on their face. That position of being on your face is a position to get your hands underneath of you, to push yourself up, to stabilize yourself, to go forward, and to understand that, you know what? Life's going to hit me. I've got a choice. Am I going to fall back and show a sign of submission, or am I going to fall forward and show a sign of fight? Listen, the same in your life, the same in your job, the same in your relationship, the same in your ambitions, the same in your ministry, the same in your desires. Quit thinking that if you're standing still, you're in a safe place. If you are standing still, you're in a position of death, and I assure you, because as you're standing still, the world is not. Everybody else is trying to move forward. Consider yourself someone in the race. And when you fall, take pride in the fact that you fell, knowing that you did so trying to move forward. Guys, God is great and God is more than enough to continue to move you forward even as you fall and even as you fail. So today, I want to encourage you, do something big that potentially may fail because you know it moves you forward. Listen, this is your buddy Jason. I love you, and more than that, God loves you. I encourage you, go out there today and fall forward. Thanks, guys.